table, you'll know how it stands. But just to remind anybody who's watching, we're all on points with Forest. We're not talking too much about Burnley. I think they play each other in terms of the final day of the season. So there's going to be points dropped there as well from one side to another.
I guess a little bit as guaranteed. There's a long way to go, and obviously now it's over to go. Tomorrow there's obviously another situation where that was out of our control as well. We don't know where we stand with that. No one does. Just my idea. Time was really important. As I say, I can't play not there, but that's not going to play because they're giving them absolutely everything. Because what is everywhere just the positions of the stuff.
It's a golden point after this game. The natural form, she can get games. A bit of a game of culture. All the team away games. Then speed. When you perform like that, take the game, give her a chance.
Right. I know everyone's a CS every week. We played really well. We played like that, for a big chunk of the season now as well. So that's what's giving me a bit of confidence in the play, a bit of confidence as well. I mean, even if we don't win, you're right, sometimes it's not all because you're losing 3 points, but it is honestly as well. You can see that after racing involved, getting better, believing in themselves. And that is my job as well. My job is also to go get the football. And that's at this level. So I'll take a lot from it.
It's interesting, I just think that's what the game's now. When the keeper wants to go, does he go? At one stage, he was actually on a field box, he was actually up there, and then on the way here, he was but then you look at there, it's obviously you don't tell him to get up.
Yeah, it was just go at that stage. I thought that would be the last kick of the game. Obviously, that would be
Sorry?
Sorry, Chris and Paul, just get your thoughts on the game and performance.
Tough game. They're fighting for their lives, we all know that. And they're fighting a good fight as well, considering where everyone thought they were going to be at the beginning of the season. Still in there, and that can be difficult to play against. And I thought it was. Credit to them, playing a lot of diags and longer passes, which can hurt you, and they're testing. I've got no problem with that. And I thought, actually, the resilience of the side was on show again, and I think that's improved in my time from being here. The mentality was excellent, I thought, because they're bombarding the box towards the end, and I thought some of the blocks, some of the will and desire to make sure we at least got a point was pleasing. I don't think we really played as well as we can do on our side of the game. Patches in the first half, and I thought we controlled the ball well and controlled the game well, but we lost our way a bit second half. That can happen, because like I said, there's a big atmosphere here for the right reasons to try and get something from the game. So overall, we've asked a lot of these players, so I'm not going to over question it, but I'm always greedy for more, so we want more.
Yeah, I mean, despite obviously you mentioned that the resilience in the last stoppage time, we had 6 shots on target, so Jared Brown, Fraser and Jack Harrison throwing themselves in front of their methods. Bearing in mind that Everton are obviously safe now, how satisfying is it for you that even with survival not on the line, in the closing stages of a game like that, those players are willing to do that for the team?
Yeah, well, a lot of people remarked in the past that games like that go against the side, and I think we've shown this season that it doesn't always, and I think we're building on that, the mentality side of it. I mentioned it a lot since I've been here, and I think it's very important and valid, and that was on show tonight. The balance is the challenge, the balance between defending well and defending hard as we did tonight, but then finding that balance to go and, cause trouble at the other end. And that was slightly off tonight, but the mentality of the side has grown, I think, hugely over the season. And that's been shown even with the heart back to an ugly night. But, since then, the response to that and the belief in the side to deliver has been outstanding, really. So, like I say, it's a tough one tonight. I don't want to over-question us. I prefer to praise Luton for the fact that they're still in there fighting and they're working very hard to see if they can stay in the Premier League, so for credit to them.
How important do you think former Everton player Ross Barkley was to Luton's threat today?
Yeah, he's done well this season, and there's a number of players for them who've done well, I think, this season. And like I say, they're in the shout of staying in the Premier League. At my former club, we've had a couple of seasons like this. It's difficult. It's difficult, and as the season gets on, it's harder. I spoke to Rob. We met at a function, and I said to him, in my experience, I found that as the season draws into a close, the freedom goes a little bit because it becomes more real and more pressurised. At the beginning of the season, when you're a smaller concern in the sense of the Premier League and no one's really wondering whether you can do it, it's free every week, it's a free hit. But towards the end, it's not such a free hit, and that can play with the psyche, and I think they've done well tonight to see through that and deliver a performance. So a little bit nervy, I thought we capitalised on that. But as the game went on, I thought they really took it on, and fair play to them.
Just on the penalties, do you think Everton should have had any more?
I think the one with Beto is a tough one to call. You've got a chance. The one with Dwight, I just think, you've heard me speak about this, I think when their feet are raised and you get a tap on your leg, I don't think that can make you go down, but his foot's planted, and when you get planted foot and someone stands on you, you can't run, you can't move, so I'd suggest that one would be a penalty. We know my record's awful, actually, for many years getting penalties. I don't know how, but it still is. But I think that one's got a chance. I must say that. But the third one is it's a maybe for me. A tussle with two players, you might get it, but I'm not always thinking they should be given. But the one on Dwight, we've had a couple of Dom's one at Bournemouth when he's got a planted leg and someone kicks you. That can make you go down because you're planted. But the one when you've got your foot in the air and you get a tap, I don't think that makes players of these, the balance, the poise, the strength they have, I don't think that's likely to make you go down. But when your foot's planted, if you get stood on, I think there's a chance where it should be. I think that should be a penalty.
Sean, you're clearly, the way you're speaking, full of admiration for just how Luton have fought all season and still are fighting. Of the three that are still in the mix, given that you're not safe, do you have any feelings on who you feel like deserves it?
No.
You've got Burnley connection.
No one care about us at Everton Football Club when we were down there last game of the season. So they'll have to fight it out. We had to fight it out last season. We had to take care of ourselves. All the clubs will have to fight it out. We've took care of ourselves again this season with many challenges. I'm very proud of that. But no, it's not for choosing ifs and buts and maybes and sides, because I've been down there myself, and you have to take care of yourself. They know who gives you anything, and you have to take care of yourself. So they've all got to fight it out and see who can get the job done.
Does the tracksuit stay, or was that just for the...
I know, yeah, it's strange. It keeps making a talking point. I think that's my fifth game or fifth game with it, but I don't know. I'm not really that bothered about it, to be honest, but it keeps coming up. I'll decide. At the minute, I feel quite comfortable in it, not just because we're winning, but there's a practical side of life, not carrying a suit around everywhere, not keep getting changed and all that sort of stuff. Maybe. My mum does prefer me in a suit, but that's the way mums are in my generation of life.
Any further questions, guys?
Cool. Cheers, everyone.
Okay.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, definitely. Take care, mate.
Much. Either way, mate.
I'm guessing 1-0's just not quite the result we wanted to get.
No, it wasn't. We wanted to win. We threw everything at it. We tried. I always say it, you can't guarantee the wins or the draws. You can't guarantee the result, but we can guarantee how hard you work, the performance, trying to do the right things. We did all of that. We stood up to Everton's physicality really well. Their running power, I thought we did really well. And then we were the team, obviously, that was pushing right towards the end. And we could have been having a different conversation now. If the ball would have gone once, a couple of inches, we're talking, aren't we? A couple of big blocks that they made. But now in the end, the draw wasn't what we wanted. Yeah, I was right behind Andros's one. Bez's one just happened in a flash, so seeing that one back, I don't know who made the block for them, but it didn't look like he knew much about it, but it was a great block, obviously very important. And Branthwaite got a bit of a shin or something on Andros's strike, which I was right behind and thought that one might be our moment, but it wasn't to be. That's why I'm proud of the players and the club, the supporters who were with us to the very end as well. We went 1-0 down in difficult circumstances on a huge occasion, but we came back. We showed real quality, tried to do all the right things, as I say, and look, we don't know as we stand. As I'm talking to you right now, we're still in the mix, aren't we? We don't know if other things are out of our control now, and that's obvious. But we'll keep going.
You said the first goal was important, obviously, went their way, but do you think it was a penalty if you watched it back?
Yeah, I've watched it back. I don't think we've got too many complaints. Tedden's going to have a phenomenal career. It's just another bit of learning for him. I think it's just dead keen on stopping his man as well. Probably just held for a bit too long.
Importantly, they went behind for long, and I just showed, unfortunately, he was missing really as well in the last couple of months.
Yeah, he did. Thought he had a good performance considering he's been out so long. It's a fantastic goal, and it's hard for any team in this league when you're missing key players, and we've missed quite a few. And he showed there what we have missed, but that's, again, I don't want to be disrespectful to anyone else. The lads have given us their all season long. But yeah, he's a big miss for us, and it's good to have him back though. Yeah, we wanted to be able to work Pickford in those moments. Got into good areas. Then we put a lot of crosses in. We got into a lot of good areas on a lot of occasions. We wanted to try and use the space on the outside a little bit more. That's my initial impressions. I haven't watched it back, obviously. And then might open up space to be able to go through a bit. But we still created good chances, had good pressure, good momentum. Left us open into a couple of, moments that they had. Thomas made a couple of big saves for us, deflection and the header from Calvert-Lewin. So that was important from Thomas's point of view. But I thought, the performance was really good. I think he's been really improving now for quite a while, and it's great because he's shown a lot of intelligence. He's taking on information, sort of really understands now why he wasn't starting earlier on in the season, and he's making a big impact now because he's doing the things that we all work together with him to do. I thought, it was an excellent performance from him.
Do you watch the games tomorrow? Do you watch the results?
I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow now. I don't know. I don't know. Between 3 and half 5. Don't know. I just go into a dark room and just rock in the corner. Don't know. Not sure.
Ross Barkley always has a lot of noise around him whenever he comes up against Everton. How do you think he handled that today? Now, please, with his performance?
Yeah, very pleased with him. I thought it was a very mature performance. His work rate was excellent. Used the ball intelligently. Really brave, typical Ross. Really pleased with his performance today. I thought there was a lot of positives there. Thank you.
Robbie, so can I just follow up on Ross? There was the times when he looked like he was playing the game at his own speed, like that quality when players sort of got extra levels. How have you found working with him this year? How much more do you think he's still got to do? I know he's 30, but he's still a very, very good player.
He's an excellent footballer. I've loved working with him. It's great working with top players. They challenge you, they make you better, and hopefully we've hopefully been good for each other. Give him a real platform to go and show what he's about, and he's taken that. So I still think he's got more to go. He's going to continue to learn. He's got a great mindset. He wants to. He works really hard. As I said from the very beginning, when people asked about him, he's been really humble and got a brilliant attitude. And you saw some of his quality there tonight. Good players look like they do have more time than others, certainly on the ball. And Ross is certainly one of those.
Sven, you admitted yourself before the game it was must win.
given you haven't, is there a feeling in that dressing room now? Can you see a feeling that we're still fighting for this, or does it feel like it's not?
Did those words actually come out of my mouth?
Yeah, I believe they did.
Did they?
I believe you were asked, is it a must-win, and you said yes, it is.
Oh, right, okay,
So
okay.
whether you said must-win or not, you sort of agreed to it being a must-win.
Small print, yeah.
But do you feel like
Of course it was important. Of course it was important tonight. That's why I feel the way I do right now, and the lads as well. You know, the performance was really good. Could have on another day we could have won the game, couldn't we? You know, but we didn't. So, but again, as we're speaking, we're not out of it. We're not. And other things are out of our control, and we know that now. But we've got to keep going. So, before this game, if someone would have said, look, well, we don't know. We haven't got a crystal ball. We might need 4 points, 5, 7. You know, there's still an opportunity to be able to get 7, including tonight plus 2 other games. That might be enough. It might. We got to believe it is. So we go again. We'll go again. What I'm seeing is a group of players and everyone, fans, everyone, the whole club is with it. No one's given up. You can see that a team there's got belief, and that's how we have to keep going. Thank you. Yeah, they're amazing. They're amazing. They've been so good this year in a difficult circumstances, because we knew it was always going to be a challenge. It's been exciting for us, and it's been new for everybody as well, hasn't it? But I think they're with us because they can see how the team's performed against massive clubs, and they're giving everything, these players, and we'll continue to do that as well. Thanks.
Thanks, guys.